And I want her to introduce herself to you and tell you where she works and what she does.
Sure will. Thank you, Tracy. My name is Bonnie Stone, and I'm the Operations Adoption Manager at the Clay County Animal Shelter. We've been in existence for 23 years. We are a privately owned and operated business. We run on donations only. And I have been there almost that 23 years.
And you are a no-kill
We are
shelter.
a no-kill shelter. Sometimes we get some flack about us being a no-kill because people don't think it's fair that animals should live like that. But they're with us as long as they have a life. And the only time we ever put them down is if they're too sick and nothing can be done to them. We haven't never put down an aggressive animal or anything like that. We've worked with them until they were adoptable.
And you guys aren't in charge of, like, if there is an aggressive animal in town or anything like that. They don't call you or anything, do they?
Sometimes they do call us. There also is a city pound, which is run by the water department, that we're not affiliated with them, or we're not affiliated with the city of Henrietta or Clay County at all. Like I said, we are privately owned.
And completely nonprofit.
And nonprofit,
right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. Well, so part of our series, what you're going to get to do is you're going to get to follow with us step by step as we paint a painting in 30 minutes. And while we're talking and painting, we're going to be talking, conversating, or conversing, the real way to say it, but it rhymes with creating, right? So that's where the name came from. But we want to do this a couple of times a week, and hopefully introduce some brand new businesses and businesses that maybe have been up and running, and people just want more people watching and
Exactly.
more people following
Exactly.
them and just building their businesses. So we're hopeful that does that in the process. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up and we're going to get ready to paint. So just bear with us for just a moment. All right. So go ahead and set it down, Lance, over here. Keep the live going. I'm going to come help and make sure that it's set up the way that we want it, because as we are going live, what we will do is you will see what we're painting. You're not going to see our faces or anything. You'll hear our voices, and you will get to follow as we go and just hear our conversations and stuff, and just relax with us and have a great time. All right. So before we started our live, I painted you have it? I just want to make sure that they're both on screen. Okay. No, well, just make sure you have hers on there. Okay. So before we got started, I pre-sketched everything. So everything that we do is pre-sketched for you, and you get to decide on the design. So it's pre-sketched in pencil. And then I had Bonnie, as well as myself, before we got started, we started outlining our bee, and we're going to fill in our background first. So let's get going.
Right.
We're using a bigger brush this time. You can use the bigger your brush is, the more coverage you're going to get, and it's going to look less streaky. So as you're painting, use your water and tap your brush as you go so that you don't have water streaking down your canvas. And as you're doing this, you want your brush stroke to come in almost like you're creating a halo around your bee. So we're using a very beautiful teal color, but we're also going to mix tones of blue into it as well to give it a more spring, multi-tonal background. So I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about what's coming up for me as an artist in June. Have you ever been, Bonnie, to the art battle or know anything about it?
No, I have not, but I do plan on going.
Great. Yes, and that's the thing too, is I'm telling you about this art battle. I want you guys to invite all your friends. Lance and I, my husband and co-business owner, we have been several times in support of our friend Jason, who has competed at the art battle for a few years now, right?
Several years.
Yeah, several years. And so it's something that we enjoy doing. It's a lot of fun. There's food vendors there. There's other artists. There's a pre-show. And what happens is there are 2 rounds, actually 3 rounds of competition. So you have 2 rounds of prelims. And with that prelim, you have a certain amount of time, and I believe it is 20 minutes, to paint a full painting in front of an audience. And then that audience watches and gets to watch your process, and then they get to vote. So there's 2 rounds of that preliminary voting, and then there is a final round. And artists have the potential to go all the way to the nationals with it. And I know that one of our Wichita Falls competitors won the whole thing. So I just thought it was a great opportunity to introduce myself out in the community as an artist, but also to talk about our business and stuff like that, and hopefully get people knowing what we're doing and everything like that. Now, with me as an artist, I cannot paint just sitting down. So, Bonnie, if you feel like you need to stand up when you get to this part.
I have to stand up, yeah.
Okay, Tracy, you're left-handed here, so you're kind of in the shot.
Okay,
Every
so
shot.
why don't you wheel
guys
us
switch
around?
places?
Yeah, let's do that. See? That'll be even better. That way we can see what Bonnie's doing. All right, so let's flip real quick. See, you'll learn. Oh, next time I'm going to switch it to this other side, I think, and film from there, but I think this is going to work fantastic.
All righty. Sounds good
All
to
right,
me.
let's see how it's looking. I really don't know about that. Hold on. We're going to switch it all the way around and come over here. You get to see our studio as we wheel over here. That way, too, with my left hand, I'm not covering up. Yeah, that works as well. Thank you, Mr. Lance. See, that's why I keep him around, you guys, right? So, Bonnie, while I am working on these technical difficulties, tell us about how can I donate if I want to donate to the Clay County Animal Shelter?
There are several ways that we can take donations. You can drop them off to us at 503 North Carroll Street, or you can order stuff online on Amazon. We have an Amazon link of things we need, and we also have a PayPal link on there. And our necessities are mostly food, but we also need money to pay for vetting to keep our animals healthy and happy. And we have upkeep of our buildings that we have to do. We have utility bills.
So it's a constant cost. It's
Yes.
not something where
Yes.
you get a huge lump sum and you have all this money that out your ears, right?
Exactly. What we have is we do have a budget of our founder who passed away. Her husband tends to our money. He knows what our budget is, and a lot of times we just barely meet our budget to get our bills paid.
So you guys need all the help you can get from our community.
Yes. And we have a list of stuff that, like I said, we have on Amazon, but we also have out there, it's our paper that we printed out that has all their needs on there. We take anything from used blankets, sheets,
Oh, that's wonderful.
anything like that, cleaning supplies.
Is there a particular food that the animals eat?
Yeah, we tried to keep them on one brand because the others really, everything, anything was just messing up their stomachs a lot.
Because it has a lot of fillers or what?
Yeah, so we've been trying to keep them on Purina, the dogs and the cats, on Purina, and so far they've been doing really well
Wonderful.
not getting messed up stomachs and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Everything helps, you know.
Yes.
You got to take that when we
But
do
we take
adopt
everything.
them.
We do take everything and anything anybody donates to us.
Oh, good.
But
So when that happens and it's not something they particularly enjoy or are used to,
we
do you
mix
just mainly
it. We try to mix it with something that they like, and so they'll eat it. Yes.
Now, I was on your Facebook page yesterday, and there was a particular thing that y'all needed that you were asking for. What was that?
It is a scanner. We need a scanner since we don't have a vet in town. Nobody has a scanner that can scan an animal for a chip. And so when animals get lost and they bring them to us, we have no way to identify them.
Okay.
If we have a scanner, then we can scan them, get the chip information, and call the chip place to find out if they had registered their pets.
Well, that's really beneficial here,
Yes.
again, because here in Clay County, we had a vet,
Yes.
but that vet left us, and
Yes.
so that adds some added convenience right here
Yes.
in town. Yeah,
Yes.
in the county.
Because and you wouldn't believe how many people ended up taking their pets, or animals they found over there to get scanned. It's quite a bit, and like since we've really we haven't been able to help in that. When people call us and say, "Hey, can you scan this animal to see if it's got a chip?" and we hate to tell them that we can't, but
Right.
they have to drive into Wichita to a vet to get it done.
Well, hopefully we can get that donated.
Yes.
And
Where would
that's-
someone get a scanner like this to donate?
do they donate it, or they give
they-
you the money
they-
to get it?
They can. We have one that we found on Amazon
Okay.
that we really like, and so we put that out on our Amazon list. But people can donate and say this is specifically for buying the scanner,
Okay.
and then we'll use those funds to do that with.
What's your PayPal email for that if someone wants to donate?
Well,
through
it's
PayPal?
on our Facebook page.
Oh, okay, great.
You can go on their Facebook page and do it
Yeah.
that way.
And this is Clay County Animal Shelter.
Yes, Henrietta,
Yes.
Texas. So if when you're tagging Clay County Animal Shelter, make sure that it says at the end Clay County, Texas.
Yeah, Henrietta, because there are Clay County animal shelters
All
everywhere,
over the place.
and
yes.
we found that out the hard way.
So the next step that I want you to do is I want you to dip and just kind of clean off your brush. Don't wash it out because we want some of these same tones. And what I want you to do is I want you to dip into that light blue that we have, that pretty light blue. And I want you to do this all around your bead, okay? So you're gonna create this little halo. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna blend this blue into it so that, again, we get that multi-tonal background, but not too much that it turns the whole thing blue.
Right.
Okay? So you're gonna start off by doing this to it, okay? Then what I want you to do is just pull it. Pull it with your dry brush. So I'm just pulling it towards him and back, okay? And then grab you a little bit of water as well, okay? Don't forget to dab it on your paper towel. And that'll smooth out what we just did. Isn't that nice? So, go ahead and tell us so let's say that I want to donate today. What can I do?
You can either go onto our PayPal link, card reader, but it's acting up, so we haven't been able to use it lately.
And two, if you guys aren't open, we here at the Loaded Brush, when we do a paint event, you can drop off your donations, especially your dog food. That way Bonnie doesn't have to pick it up in her truck. and Lance and I will go take it to the Clay County Animal Shelter for you.
That would be wonderful.
So I think it's a great opportunity to, like I said, when they're closed, to have some way to donate.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. And
Awesome.
sometimes people let us know on Facebook and through Messenger, hey, I've got some donations, and if they tell us they left them on the porch, of course, I go up and get them to put them inside to make sure that they're safe.
Yeah. So it might be a little bit streaky. So what I want you to do is I want you to go back with, once you do that, go back with that teal and just kind of smooth out and mute down what we just did.
Alrighty.
So again, it's gonna almost look kind of marbly after we do that, okay? See, it kind of has all those tones and it looks like we're in flight. So let me talk about some of the things that we're going to be doing, especially this week at the Loaded Brush. This Friday, we have our weekly adult sip and paint night, and we are painting the coolest, most graphic moon design that we've done, and you can see it on our page. And it starts at 6:30. And what you can do, it's really cool, Bonnie, because it's something different than we've done before, where you can choose to either paint it by yourself as a single one that is 16 by 20 inches on a black canvas, or you can do it as a couple on two 10 by 20 canvases.
Bring my husband.
Yeah. And then when you hang it up, of course, you hang it up, you know, like this instead of like this, so that it's a really cool moonscape. And of course, we'll be listening to some Fleetwood Mac in the background. We're just making it all about the gypsies because I don't know about you guys, but I'm very influenced by the moon and my girl Stevie Nicks.
Oh, I love Stevie Nicks.
She is my spirit animal. So anyway, who else likes Stevie Nicks? Anybody else like out there? Yeah.
I love her. I tried to do her karaoke one time, and nowhere close.
So if you're hearing something weird in the background, that's Walter on our floor, and he's come to say hi. I don't know if you can see him, but
It's Sweet Walter.
All right, when you get it the way that you want it, I'm going to give you a couple more minutes to kind of clean up that. Then we'll put these in the water, okay?
All right.
So Bonnie comes and paints with us quite a lot on our Friday nights. What's been some of your favorite things that you've painted with us?
Let's see, your autumn things.
Yes.
That's one of my favorites. Now, of course, I love bees, is why I'm doing the bee. But mostly everything that you've done, I have had enjoyed painting. You know, I don't think there's been one that I haven't really
Has there been one that you've been like, oh my gosh, that was tough?
Well, to me, all of them are sometimes. But
I think
it's
probably
not
it's the
great
detail
teacher.
is what it is sometimes.
Well, you're a great
stumps
teacher,
people.
but
Thank
you know,
you.
I also have a few things wrong with me, so it's a little hard for me
It's
sometimes.
kind of like me, my fingers walk up
I have
sometimes.
arthritis really bad, and you know, I always have to ask you to help me do my circles because they come out looking like baked potatoes. But,
Well, what's good about this is we don't have any circles or anything like that. And when we do the flowers are a lot easier than it seems. I'm going to make sure my feet still looks good while you're finishing up. They'll watch you paint for a moment.
all right.
Looking good. We should have done it from this angle to begin with. Let's see if anyone's on or if anyone's saying hi. If you're out there, send us some hearts and stuff and show us that you're out there. And also, you can send us stars. You can comment. And even if you're watching this after the fact, please comment and show some love. And we love to hear back from our customers and stuff.
All right, I think I'm just about ready.
All
for the
right.
next step.
Okay, so now's when we get to the nitty gritty, okay? And so we're going to give our background time to dry so we can get our flowers in there. So we're going to work on our bee for a little bit.
All right.
Okay, so go ahead and put that in your...
All right.
And what you're going to do next is you're going to take this brush that is rounded brush, bristles.
I've got it.
Okay. And make sure, I did wash these right beforehand, but I loosen it up always with a little bit of water, and then I always dab it on my paper towel. So what I do is I dip straight into my yellow first, okay? So we have two different tones of yellow that we're going to be using today. The first one is going to be just our plain yellow.
Right.
So we're placing it here and here. And, ooh, I may not have put enough on there. It's okay. It's all right. We'll put black at the bottom. We'll put, yeah. It's one less than, okay.
Hey, it's fine.
So actually, we
Okay.
can draw it on there. So go ahead and put one here and fill that one in. We are going to change it up. Tracy did not put enough stripes on this sweet little bumblebee. But guess what? Everything's fixable, and we're
Exactly.
using black anyway, so it really doesn't matter, does it?
No, it sure
I
does.
tell you, we just roll with the punches, don't we, Bonnie?
Yep.
All right, and so along with Friday night, and so you can sign up as a couple for $50 a couple, or $35 for Friday night, or you can sign up, or in addition to, you can sign up for our kids paint on Saturday, where we are painting wild animal eyes. It's called Wild Eyes, and that's also on our page as well. And you can register. Please register in advance for all of our events, so that I can pre-sketch it and have it ready to go when you arrive. So anyway, so that is what is going on this week. And I'm hopeful that after they see this video, someone's going to want to do one on Thursday or Friday. But
That would be
we can
wonderful.
book something, right?
That would be wonderful.
That would be fantastic. Now let's put a little one down here, right at the very bottom, since we accidentally forgot one, okay? Yeah, that'll still work. Look at that. Okay, and you want to almost make it look like a little bowl, okay, where it kind of is a little bit thicker and kind of comes like this, you know what I mean? And fills it in, but enough room to put a black one in between.
Right. I stopped it before the line because I didn't know how you were gonna put in the
Yeah,
extra
look
yellow,
at you
but you
thinking
sure did,
ahead.
though. But you figured out a way to get that in there.
Yeah, we'll always figure it out. You know, and that's the thing. It's not always going to look, and you don't want it to look exactly like
Right.
the picture.
Right.
A lot of people get that stuck in their heads, but you want to make this creation your very
Exactly.
own.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So now let's just wash out our brush. Okay. All right. And what I want to do, let's keep this brush because we're going to use it again in a minute, but you have another one that same size that I gave you?
The round tip or
Yeah,
the square
I
tip?
want to go ahead and work on getting that black in there as well.
Okay.
So we're going to dip straight into our black, okay? And let's start with the middle one. And what you want to do is you want to go in, fill it in solid,
Okay.
okay? And make sure to fill it in to where you don't have any of the white poking through, like the canvas. So you want to get it on there pretty solid. As you can see, as an artist, I tend to switch back and forth with different brushes and stuff.
Right.
A lot of times artists will stay in the same color scheme, but with this, you want to keep these colors separate and stuff. So I like to work with some different brushes to create that and to accommodate that so that we keep those bright, vibrant colors separate from one another is what I mean. Okay. And I want to get right up against that yellow and hit it solid with that black. And I want to cover up where that and mask where that wing starts as well. There we go. Okay, get right up and even cover up the pencil marks if you need to. Okay, because you don't want to be able to see the pencil marks. And you want to, after you get it on there solid, smooth it out. Okay. Good job, Bonnie. Look at that girl go. You can tell Bonnie has painted with me quite a bit. And that's the thing is had you ever really done this before?
No, and the first time I wanted to do it, I couldn't and it was when you did
It was when we did.
Hocus Pocus the first time,
Mhm.
and so the woman who works for me, the manager of the shelter, her and her mother came in my place because I couldn't
Yeah.
come, but I was so disappointed that I couldn't come.
But then you got hooked, right?
Yes,
you come back several times.
This is my relaxing thing after dealing with
the stresses
the
of life,
people,
right?
yeah. And some stressful people. This is
Mhm.
very relaxing for me. This is my go-to place to relax.
Good. I'm glad that we can provide that for you. Go ahead and fill in your next ones. You can do the one up underneath, or that's the one I'm working on. I think that's wonderful. And that's the thing about it too is, you know, Bonnie has come in not only with our paint events that we do for the public, but she's also come in and painted with us privately. Tell us about that and what that was like and how that was different than
The private painting, I really love the one-on-one, but I do like painting when you do have other people in here too, because it is it's funny sometimes.
It's funny because there's some
Funny.
entertaining
Yes,
characters.
there's some entertaining people who come.
Yeah.
The one-on-one though was fantastic because I got to know you better on a one-on-one basis.
And learn some
learn-
one-on-one techniques.
Yes,
Yeah.
and not feeling rushed and just
Getting to take your time and get to learn the
Exactly.
process.
Yeah, exactly. And like everybody looking at what you're doing, and but
Yeah,
I enjoy it very much. And like I said, I do like coming when the other people come because that's very enjoyable.
It really is. And that's the thing about it too, you know, on those Friday nights we turn on music, we kick back, you know, people can crack open a bottle of wine that they bring, whatever they want to do. And so it's a great opportunity to just unwind, you know, and not have to worry about the cares of the day.
Exactly. And that's my thing. It's just relaxing
Mm-hmm.
to me.